Welcome to episode 200 of Movies You Miss podcast. My cinema brothers and sisters. Hopefully everybody's doing great. Hopefully you are ready for me to go off on the movies that I absolutely hated over the year of 2025, because I'm gonna get crazy in the next few minutes here. But before we do that, V, how are you doing on this 200th episode?
Congratulations on that milestone, John.
Yes, congrats to you as well. 200! It's happened. Just like a couple weeks ago, we were like, I thought we already did 200 episodes, but now we officially have.
Now you can actually say that.
I can. And that's actually quite fitting because, V, you and I watched a total of just about 200 movies collectively over the last year.
Yes, we did. I couldn't believe it when we finally did the tally, but...
Actually, I think it's exactly 200 because I've seen 120 and you said you saw 80. So that's 200 movies.
It's like we did it on purpose, but we're not that organized.
No, we certainly are not that organized at all. And in honor of 200 episodes and 200 movies seen, our 2025 recap is going to be broken up into two separate episodes. So you're going to get half of it this week, and then you're going to get the other half next week. So you're going to get the bad and some of the good this week, and then you're going to get the even better next week.
As well as all of our awards.
Yes, and our awards. And we have a couple new categories as well, if you've been following along with us every year that we do these awards during our recap episodes. But we'll get into that as we get closer to our can't miss movies for episode 2 of the 2025 cinematic wrap-up. And for those of you that have been following along with Movies in this podcast over the last 199 episodes, you know that V and I really enjoy talking about the movies that we watched over the last week in theaters or on streaming. But since this is a recap episode, we're just going to throw them in the jumble. And in the past, I believe I've started us off, but I think I'm going to actually throw it to V to begin this year. The yearly wrap-up, 2025 cinema, the movies that you absolutely should miss because they're so god-fucking awful. I'm so excited to see and hear what is on V's list this year because I truly don't even know. I think we both have 15 movies, though.
Right around that. I believe I have 13 and you have 15, so that's perfect.
All right, awesome. That's just under 30 movies when we used to be over 30, short from 40, but now we are both over 40 and short of a midlife crisis. So let's get into the cinematic wrap-up of 2025 and begin with V's list of movies that you absolutely should miss.
Well, and I'm really excited about both of our lists this year because I think there isn't as much overlap as there has been in previous years, especially towards the end of us watching 2025 movies. I want to say the last, 5 weeks or so, both of us have actually been diverging and watching different films. And so I like that our lists might be a little bit more disparate than they have been.
I think you're absolutely right.
Well, then let's kick it off.
Let's do it. Jump on in. Get us going.
Okay, I'm going to start. Oh, God, I hate that I'm starting with this one. I'm so sorry, Charlize Theron, but I have to. I was so disappointed with this sequel. It's produced by Netflix, and it's called Old Guard 2.
Oh, that was a 2025 movie?
Yeah, before we started recording, John and I both were looking at our list going, God, I cannot believe these were released in 2025 because it feels like it was released 2 years ago. And there were several movies that we felt that way, and this is certainly one of them. Yeah, Old Guard 2 is terrible. Do not watch it. It was so bummed because Uma Thurman is in it as well. I was really excited for both of them to face off, and it was just terrible. Horrible writing, bad action, worse CGI. Do not watch Old Guard 2. Watch the first one instead.
I remember the first one being very entertaining, and I was looking forward to the second one. I honestly didn't even know it came out, so there we go. I guess I'm not even going to bother with it.
Well, that's exactly why we have these lists, so please don't.
I shan't.
And then I watched a movie that you recommended to me because you had seen it and you said it was pretty entertaining. It has Bryce Dallas Howard in it, who, please, for the love of God, stick to directing. You're such a good director. You're not a great actress. And also Orlando Bloom is in it. This is Deep Cover.
Oh, yeah, Deep Cover. I remember when we did Movie Scene, you shot that one down pretty heavily.
I hated it. It wasn't funny. I checked the time on how much was left multiple times throughout the film. So, produced by Amazon Prime, don't watch it.
I beg to differ on it not being something that you absolutely should miss, but we'll get into that later.
Well, that's okay, because you're about to disagree with me on the next film, too.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Do not watch Captain America: Brave New World.
I was waiting for that one.
Even Harrison Ford could not save this film. It is awful, and the only redeeming scene in that entire film is when Giancarlo Esposito shows up and he's a bad guy and he's a badass for like 5 minutes, and that's it.
Yeah.
You can watch that on YouTube. So skip Captain America Brave New World. There are so many better MCU movies you could watch, including MCU movies that came out last year, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
Yeah.
Which we're going to disagree
You're
on.
lying. You're lying.
Oh, don't do Florence Pugh like that. That's just too cruel.
I didn't do Florence Pugh like anything. Everybody involved in that god-awful piece of garbage was, but we're not on my list yet, so keep going, V.
Okay, I'm going to keep going. A horror movie that was not good at all, and it was directed by one of the kids from Stranger Things, Flynn, I believe is his name. This movie was bad enough where I don't care to look it up. Sorry. But Hell of a Summer is not a good horror movie. It was kind of a horror comedy, but it was not good. There were really poor editing choices, and the script did not flow at all. So definitely skip Hell of a Summer. There are so many better horror comedies that both John and I will be talking about later. So yeah, skip that one too. And then,
I did skip that one. I remember when you saw it, and I liked the trailer, but I didn't like the trailer enough to actually give my time to it, and then you saw it, and I never went any farther than that.
Well, thank you for listening to me. I appreciate it.
Oh, yes.
And then there's $100 million Netflix movie that stars Tom Hardy that is terrible. Timothy Olyphant was in it too, and I was so excited to watch it. Havoc is horrible.
Never watched that one either. $100 million.
Not worth it at all. I was so looking forward to that film too because of who was in it. A couple other actors that we all enjoy, and yeah, it was just bad. I'm like, Tom, what are you doing? Which, mark my words, because that's something I'm going to say again in a little bit.
Okay.
And another sequel that John's going to disagree with me on this. Well, it's not really a sequel. It's more of an offshoot.
Okay.
John Wick Ballerina.
Oh.
Awful.
Yeah, I have it elsewhere on my list.
Awful. Some of the cool action sequences could not save this movie.
I know you were not a fan of that one.
There are better John Wick movies. Watch those instead.
Well, yes. That's for sure. Is this really a John Wick movie, though? It's not really.
He's in it.
It is the John Wick universe, but it's not called John Wick Ballerina. It's just called Ballerina.
It's called Ballerina, a John Wick movie, I believe.
Oh, is it really? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I guess John Wick is in it.
From the world
alert.
of John Wick. My apologies.
From the world of John Wick. Okay, so
Ballerina.
it's not really a John Wick movie.
It had a bunch of people from the John Wick universe reprising their characters from the John Wick.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
No, I know it totally did. Yes,
Okay.
I know. I saw Ballerina twice, so yes, I know.
Oh, okay. So many of these movies were just so disappointing because I had high hopes for them, including this one, a movie directed by Catherine Bigelow. Really excited to give her some support as well as Rebecca Ferguson because she's one of my favorite actresses just because she's so cool and gorgeous and great. And
Yeah.
House of Dynamite is the Prometheus of nuclear war movies. Everyone in that film is a moron.
Oh, wow. I never did see that movie. I wanted to, but then on a movie scene, you said the same thing. So I was like, all right,
so
I won't
awful
give time to
and
that one.
infuriating. Do not watch A House of Dynamite. Oh, God.
That's so terrible to hear because it's Catherine Bigelow and Idris Elba's in it too.
Exactly. Yeah, there were so many people that should have made this movie work, and it absolutely didn't.
Awful.
And a movie that it could be on the could miss list. It was fun enough, but it was just so stupid I had to put it on the should miss list. And that is Playdate, starring Alan Ritchson and Kevin James.
Oh yeah, Playdate. Yeah. You're putting that on should miss.
Just because it was so dumb. It was very entertaining and I laughed.
It was.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about it, I was like, I can't in good conscience recommend this movie.
Interesting.
I don't know. Maybe I could do a couple people. It's on Amazon Prime. It's not a hard should miss. Like, I could be convinced otherwise. And it's just so dumb, though.
It is pretty dumb, yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
I think it's on a different list of mine. It's definitely not a can't miss, but I don't think it's on my should miss list.
it's a light placement in this list. So.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But this movie absolutely deserves to be on the should miss list unequivocally, and I swear to God, if it's not on your should miss list and somewhere else, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh, all right, let's hear it.
Because it's such a shitty sequel.
Okay.
Nobody 2.
Oh, yeah, Nobody. I know, you hated Nobody too.
I hated that movie because the first one was so good.
I really don't know why you hated it so much. When you saw it, I remember talking about the fact that I was still kind of riding the high of the first one, and maybe that's why I liked it so much, because I had not seen the first one.
Right.
I did. I watched them back to back. But I don't have Nobody 2 on my should-miss list. No, I do not.
Well, it's okay, because you're going to appreciate this next one, because another sequel, The Family Plan 2, starring Mark Wahlberg.
Oh boy.
Don't watch this movie.
I didn't even make it through the first
You
one.
didn't.
There's no way in hell I'm going to bother even trying the second one.
I really liked the first Family Plan, and you
I
got
don't know
pissed that
why.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, that was ugh. It's like the other one that Mark Wahlberg did with Halle Berry. What was that other one called?
That was awful. Yeah.
That was awful. The name is escaping me because who gives a shit? But yeah, that was so terrible. It was on Netflix too, I think, right?
The Union.
The Union. Oh, yeah. I think I made it 8.5 minutes, and I was done.
Yeah, that
Couldn't
movie
do it.
was awful. I watched the whole
but
thing.
You liked it.
No, I didn't. No,
Well, you
I
didn't love it, but I remember you said that you had a fun time with it.
No, I said it was absolute garbage. I said
Oh,
the
you
only
did?
good thing about it was J.K. Simmons.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then I'm misremembering, and that's fine.
Don't re-listen to our old recap episodes if I had said something different.
Well, I did recently listen to all of our recap episodes, and that's why I'm saying I think it was on a different list of yours in the past. The original, not the sequel, but yeah.
Further reflection, The Union is terrible.
Perfect.
And don't watch The Family Plan 2 either.
You know I won't.
Okay, so the only documentary that is on my should-miss list of the year is Being Eddie.
Oh.
Produced by Netflix.
Yeah.
It just felt like a passion project. It was so sanitized, didn't go over anything negative about Eddie, and it just felt like he had full creative control of the documentary, and so I didn't learn anything.
Which he probably did.
Yeah, he probably did, and it was Netflix, so I'm sure they gave it to him, and as well as a bunch of money. So yes, Being Eddie, there are so many better documentaries that came out last year, and John and I will be going through many of them.
Oh, yeah. I do have Being Eddie on a different list, but I totally understand why you would have it on your should-miss list.
Thank you. And a movie that started off by, when we did our movies we've seen, I talked about it with much more positivity, and it was fun. I had a good time, but reflecting back on it, the dialogue is super cheesy. It's a very forgettable film. There are better streaming movies that were produced last year. It's just because I love Viola Davis, I couldn't show that much hate.
Oh, yeah.
But G20 is, in fact, terrible.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's awful. Awful.
Really bad. So don't watch it, even though, God, I'm sorry, Viola.
I don't think it's her fault at all. I think it's everybody else's
terribly
involved's
written,
fault.
poor use of AI. There's just so many reasons why that movie's stupid.
Yep. Agreed.
So skip it. But this is why I saved it for last, because I am just so sad to put it on my list, even though a lot of you probably saw this coming. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
Oh, I saw that one coming.
As you should, given part 1 was also on this list last year.
Yep. I know.
Please just stop watching Mission Impossible movies at Fallout.
Solid argument.
Thank you. So those are my should-miss movies of 2025.
All right. Not a terrible list.
Actually,
no pun intended.
It is a terrible list.
Yeah, majority of those movies are pretty damn awful. And a couple of them are on mine as well. And I'm kind of excited to get into mine.
I'm so excited. I love it when you just tear movies apart just because it's so entertaining. No hate to the people that worked really hard on them. I'm sorry, but...
Yeah, I don't know if anybody worked really hard on these fucking movies. Like anybody, including the cast. I think they were all one takers, and they were like, moving on. Some of these movies were bullshit.
Okay. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I know. Me too. Get my rage out early on. We always like to start with the worst of the worst and then end on a high note. So
that's why I always start my mornings with screaming. Just get that out of the way.
It's actually a really good idea. I should do that. Every now and then I kind of do that, though. If I'm like, I get in the car and I'll either put on like Cryptopsy or like Behemoth, some like really ferocious like death metal, and just like really get my rage out. And then I feel pretty good for the rest of the day after that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. So here's my death metal rage induced list of movies you should miss from 2025. I'm going to start Oh, there's so many shitty movies from 2025.
Okay, I have my popcorn. Go.
Yes, you do. Here we go. Okay. I'm going to start with the movie that I was so excited about, and I left so angry. This was Lee Whannell's Wolfman. And so many of us that are in the horror world love Lee Whannell for his work with Saw and Insidious. Wolfman was so ridiculously bad. I thought the year was over, but it wasn't, because worse movies came out in 2025 after Wolfman.
But that actually wasn't was that the very first movie you saw last year, or was that Sydney Sweeney one the first movie you saw?
No, Immaculate was 2024.
Oh, okay. I just remember you've had several years in a row where you watched horror movies as the first movie of the year, and they were just
and they've all been fucking terrible. And I'm not going to stop. Along with Wolfman being the POS that it was, there was a movie that came out a few weeks after that, directed by Steven Soderbergh and written by David Coeb, starring Lucy Liu, called Presence. Now, the idea was really cool. It just wore out its welcome really quick, and the end was so hilariously stupid that Presence pissed me off more than Wolfman. So do not see Wolfman and do not see Presence. And I've had heated arguments with people about Presence on the internet.
So is your presence not required for those movies?
Nice. Yes, absolutely. No presents required for Presence or Wolfman. There was another horror movie. Well, actually two. And I'm going to kind of get through them a little quickly because we don't have a whole lot of time here. But this one pissed me off more than the other one. And this one actually starred Will Sasso. And there was another actor in it. And I'm going to tell you right now. Don't even remember who it was. Oh, it was Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, who we are a big fan of. He's in Abigail, and he's in Smokin' Aces.
Yeah.
He's a great character actor. He's also in Walking Tall with The Rock, which is a pick of mine coming up in the future. This movie, Clown in a Cornfield, was the dumbest fucking movie other than Wolfman and Presence, because the writers of the screenplay, they had to look at each other while writing and be like, you know what? The audience is stupid. Let's just make them dumber. And that's what Clown in a Cornfield was. I hated it. I didn't laugh one single time. That movie sucks. Don't see it.
Wait, you didn't laugh one single time? It was supposed to be a comedy?
I think it was supposed to teeter on horror comedy, and it just did not land in any single regard. Okay. And that was the problem with having Will Sasso and Kevin Durant in it. They were supposed to be like, it's just fucking stupid. Don't see it.
Okay. We don't need to waste our time.
Yeah, no. And then there was a rehash last year where Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt show back up for this slasher reboot. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Next to Clown in a Cornfield, one of the stupidest screenplays I've ever had the unfortunate displeasure of listening to. There was like one good kill, and actually the guy from The Rocketeer was in the movie, so I kind of got excited for a minute, but the rest of it, is just absolutely dog manure. It is awful. Do not see Wolfman, Presence, Clown in a Cornfield, or I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Well, I wonder if there's some genres where it's either going to be good or it is going to be so bad, where other genres kind of skirt that, where it's like, it was not great, but I'm not going to be angry about it, right? Where it's like an action movie, right? Where we're not going to be angry about G20. It just sucked, right? Whereas
I was pretty angry at G20. And you know what? That's a perfect time to go into my next movie that you should miss, G20, with Viola Davis and Anthony Anderson. What a terrible miscast for Anthony Anderson. Nothing against the guy. I actually do enjoy a majority of the time.
What accent was he trying to do, by the way?
I don't know what the hell G20 was. That movie sucked. I was on my phone for most of it. But anyway, so those are my first handful. Oh, here's one that I walked out of after the banner came up that it was an Angel-produced movie. This movie stars Tony Hale. Yeah, this is a movie called Sketch. I didn't see a minute of this movie because I do not support Angel Productions in any way, shape, or form. Another movie that I did not finish, unfortunately, I was a little disappointed that I didn't finish it because the premise of it sounded cool. It has Julia Butters and Martin Freeman in it. This was a movie that I saw on Amazon Prime, and I put it on my to-watch list. It was called Queen of Bones. I got about 40 minutes in, and there was still 40 minutes left when I was just bored. I just could not do it. It was no good. Do not watch Queen of Bones.
I don't even remember you talking about it on the movies we've seen portion of our episode.
Yeah, I did. I would say within the last month and a half, because that's when I watched it.
Oh, I guess I wasn't listening to you. It's fine.
Thank you very much. And that's okay because the movie sucks.
Okay.
Here's another one that I was looking forward to because I like the two actors in it. V, you're a big fan of Isa Gonzalez, and you like Aaron Paul. This is a movie called Ash. This movie blows balls, yo.
I told you it did. And
Yeah, but you didn't even see it.
I was right, though.
You were absolutely right. This movie sucks so damn bad. I hated it. It was so bad. So bad. Sorry, Isa Gonzalez. Love you in Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, and you're great in Baby Driver, and you're in Godzilla vs. Kong, which
Ambulance.
is a great one, too. Oh, yeah, an Ambulance. Yeah. Isa Gonzalez is awesome. This movie is not.
Which is a bummer because it was her opportunity to be a lead.
I know. It
girl.
was totally bum status. Anyway, moving on. This movie. Another movie I did not finish because it was so insultingly bad, especially if you're a Star Trek fan. This stars Michelle Yeoh. This was on Paramount Plus. Section 31. What a garbage heap that movie was.
I like that nobody who's a Star Trek fan talks about it.
Nobody does. And for good fucking reason. I got through about 30 to 40 minutes of it, and I just could not do it anymore. And we're Michelle Yeoh fans here.
Yeah.
I like Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah.
I am a fan. She was not good in that movie for a single second.
Okay.
Nobody was.
Even though I haven't seen the sequel, I know you have, and we're going to talk about this later, but
Yeah.
since you brought up Michelle Yeoh, I just want to say this right now. One of the reasons why I wasn't that excited to watch Wicked for Good, there are many reasons, but
Yeah.
when you are making a musical, you should make sure that the people you are casting can sing.
I agree.
And the director insisting to Michelle Yeoh that she fill this role, even though Michelle kept telling her, no, I don't want to do it. I don't think I'm the right fit. I don't think this will work. Michelle, like, she had to go back to Michelle Yeoh like 3 times or something to get her into the professor role that she plays in Wicked movies.
Oh, is that right?
So miscast.
Yeah,
God.
I'll agree. I agree. Even for the first Wicked, I was kind of like,
Terrible casting.
I mean, she
choice.
worked like for the acting part, pretty
Of course, great. Yeah.
The singing part,
Ugh.
not so good.
It's like Russell Crowe in Les Mis.
yeah, exactly.
But we love Michelle still. Not a good
and we
fit.
love Russell Crowe.
Yeah, just not
totally.
good fit. Anyway, sorry,
Not
go
a good
ahead.
fit
I
at all.
derailed you.
No, it's fine. It's fine. This other movie I went and saw, I was really excited to see it because I've seen this guy's Netflix show, and he's so out of the box, and his stuff is really just kind of creepy, but also funny. My sister actually turned him on to me. Turned me on to him. Turned him on to me.
I mean, both work.
It kind of does. My sister turned me on to this guy, Tim Robbins and Paul Rudd and Kate Mara in a movie called Friendship. I like uncomfortable comedy. I really do.
Your wife hates him.
My wife cannot stand uncomfortable comedy. My wife does not even really like watching Seinfeld or Curb Your Enthusiasm with me, and that's totally fine. But this movie, Friendship, it starts out really funny, and then it just takes this 180 turn and goes down this, I don't even know what kind of route they were going for. I really did not enjoy Friendship very much. And I put it on my I absolutely should miss list because it's just not that great. And Paul Rudd is normally good.
Right.
This movie was not at all. So Friendship is an absolutely should miss for me.
Tonal shifts are very hard to land.
Yeah.
And should only be done when you absolutely want to because there's a crazy twist or something happens that completely derails what was happening originally in the movie. And yeah, I don't think a lot of directors can pull them off correctly. And the director has to work really closely with the editor in order to do so. And I mean, Hancock is the perfect legendary example that a lot of people come up with because they feel like 2 different movies. And it was because the writer's strike happens and 2 different writers wrote that script.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so
there was no communication between either of them.
No,
clearly.
not at all. And so yeah, it's always a bummer to hear, but also not surprising because tonal shifts are so hard.
So that's Friendship. Next movie that I saw, I was really excited about. The trailer was great, and I'm a fan of both of the actors in this movie. I love Ki-Hu Kwan, and I am a big Ariana DeBose fan. I think she's got a beautiful voice, and she was the best part of West Side Story when that came out, the Steven Spielberg version. This movie was called Love Hurts. This movie blows.
And it was the movie right after his Oscar win. It was so disappointing.
Yeah.
And
that's
good.
very likely why we haven't seen Ki-Hu Kwan in anything since Love Hurts.
I think he's working on a couple other things right now, though. from what
Well,
I've
he
read.
might be.
Yeah.
But either way, Love Hurts was not funny. It literally felt like it was a 17-minute movie. Now, granted, that's not always a bad thing. Like, it moves right along to an extent. Marshawn Lynch was in it. He's a football player, and he was actually pretty entertaining over Ki-Hu Kwan. The climax of the movie was so rushed and just dumb. I couldn't wrap my mind around it.
It's very rare when you or I ever say that a movie needed 10 to 15 more minutes.
Yeah. Oh, this one absolutely needed to be an hour 30 at least. I think it was an hour 24. Yeah, it was just a massive miss for me. So Love Hurts absolutely should miss.
Okay.
Next movie I watched on an airplane, and it was the American Airlines streaming service, so it was a streaming movie. We already had this discussion a few months ago when I was coming back from Cancun. This movie stars some people. This movie's called Bonjour Tristesse. What a junk, garbage, no good movie.
The only reason you didn't walk out
is
because you were on an airplane?
Oh, I could have parachuted out of that motherfucker if I wanted to, but I did not because I don't know how my wife would have gotten home. But either way, the movie was pretty terrible, apparently based off of a novel. Beautiful location, cinematography was lovely, but the movie itself just was not enjoyable. Bonjour Tristesse absolutely should miss. Now, here are the final 3 movies, and these are the worst movies that I saw last year.
Oh,
and I am
wait,
going...
so you're saying that all the movies you listed weren't you were going in order of terrible? So these
I
are
kind
the
of bounced
worst?
around. These are the worst.
Okay.
And I'm going to start
Oh
with the
God.
one that
I can't
was...
believe there's a movie you hated more than Wolfman and Presents. I'm so excited.
Oh, hell yeah, there
I'm
is.
waiting with bated breath right now.
I know you are. I can smell it from here. All right, here we go.
That means you're holding your breath. You couldn't smell anything. Shut up.
You know what? Thank you for that, because I always wondered what bated breath fucking meant. And there's a lyric in an Aerosmith song.
Oh
You opened
my
up your mouth with bladed breath, and I was like, what does bladed breath smell like? So thank you. You're holding your breath. Wonderful.
Oh,
All right.
God.
That is a true thing for me. I honestly was like,
know
what does
what?
bladed breath mean?
You're welcome.
This is what we're here for. What you're here for as my friend for over 30 years.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
I'm going to start with these last 3. This movie you were a big fan of. I saw it and hated it. I love me some Florence Pugh. But this movie was so stupid and ridiculous and made absolutely no sense to me. In the past, I've said maybe I need to rewatch it with a different set of eyes.
Uh-huh.
I'm never going to do that because I don't want to give 2 hours and 20 minutes of my time back to this movie. Thunderbolts was one of the worst movies that I saw in 2025. Absolutely dog shit.
Absolutely disagree.
Yeah, I know. You and every Marvel nut in the world.
No,
I couldn't care
actually,
less.
most people. You go
No,
online.
I don't think so. Nope.
Have
nope.
you seen his Rotten Tomatoes score? It's most people.
I don't
like
do
that
the
one.
Rotten Tomatoes thing. I don't care about Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, disagree. Move on.
I know you do. I know you disagree.
My
this
breath
movie,
is no longer baited, okay?
Okay. Oh, bated breath. I thought it was bladed breath.
No,
Wow. Okay.
B-A-T-E-D. Baited breath.
B-A-T-E-D. Baited. All right. These last 2.
Oh my God, I think I know another
This
one. Go ahead.
This was a tough one to go the final 2 on.
Okay.
However, this one I'm putting as the second worst movie that I saw in 2025 because of the buildup and the love that I have for the original 2. 28 years later was the biggest disappointment that I think I've ever experienced in the last 10 years of going to the movies.
See, that's how I feel about the Mission Impossible 2-parter.
Yeah, I can understand that if that's how you're putting it into contextually for me.
Am, yes.
Absolutely. All right, I get it. 28 years later was... When we do our 2026 wrap-up, I'm going to say this again. 28 years later, The Bone Temple is what 28 years later should have been. 28 years later gave us nothing but just bullshit. And 28 years later, The Bone Temple gave us everything that we wanted. Now, the people that are going nuts over 28 years later saying, you just didn't understand it. Blah, blah, blah. I understood it, and it fucking sucked. That is all I have to say about that. Forrest Gump,
yeah. And I am very sorry because I know how excited you were. You've been waiting for years, and he had so much material to work with, and he's so talented to make it good. And
yeah, it was.
all I can
walked
say
out
is
of there.
I feel your pain.
I rocked out of there with smoke coming out of my ears, nose, and asshole. I was so pissed at Danny Boyle and Alex Garland.
Yeah.
Just disappointment. All right, now here we go. The worst movie that I saw of 2025 is a live-action Disney fucking remake starring
the worst
Gal
actress
Gadot.
ever.
And what the other girl's name?
Okay.
I don't even know what her fucking name is. I forgot it. I'm so angry that I went and saw this goddamn movie. Snow White and the Seven Goddamn Dwarves.
No, it's
Was
just
the
Snow
worst-
White. It's just Snow White.
Yes, I know it. I know it
And
is just Snow
Rachel
White.
Ziegler is the other.
Rachel Ziegler. Now, here's the thing. I wanted to actually talk about this. Rachel Ziegler. I was not the biggest fan of West Side Story, the Steven Spielberg version.
Mhm.
I did like Ariana DeBose, and I was all right with Rachel Ziegler. She does not have the worst voice. She's a very lovely-looking young lady, and she can sing. And I was totally on board with her with the whole, like, she didn't get invited to the Oscars that year, all this stuff. And she even went on TV and, like, made a whole joke about it at the Oscars, et cetera, et cetera. I was all on board with that. Then this piece of shit comes out. And she and Gal Gadot are going on and on about all this bullshit about changing the story of Snow White and all this. Bleh. Every single person involved in that movie should never make a movie again. And the only reason that I went to see Snow White was because the movie I originally wanted to go see, on the Regal app, they had the incorrect time of another movie. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll go see Snow White. And I
Regret
almost
it.
shit my pants at how terrible Snow White was. And anybody out there in the world knows I'm a Disney adult. I have Disney tattoos. Fuck this movie. Up its stupid ass, Jane Silent Bob.
I just
That is my
love
list.
that she had a Lord Farquaad haircut.
She had a Lord Farquaad haircut, and Gal Gadot cannot sing.
Or
and
act.
there's a
act.
woman. No, or act. I do still like Wonder Woman, the first one.
Yes,
But
I agree.
there's a woman on social media that does an amazing Gal Gadot as the evil queen impression, and it is fantastic. I probably watched it 75 times after I watched Snow White because I needed that laughter and I needed to just get my anger out, and she really helped me out with that.
You
so
needed to
that is-
heal that trauma.
I really did. And then what happened 2 or 3 weeks later? We did a Snow White redemption episode where I did the OG and you did that badass dark version with Sigourney Weaver and Sam Neill.
Yeah, that my dad introduced me to.
Yes, that was a great
And
redemption
then
episode.
all was good in the forest once again.
Yes, it was. So that is my list of movies you absolutely should
Totally
miss.
forgotten that film came out.
Yep,
let
it
alone
did.
last year, but just in general.
Let alone last year, and I gave my precious time to it.
Oh God! I can't Wait, you sat through the whole movie?
I sat through the whole damn movie.
Oh my
Yes.
God! Okay.
Yes, I did.
You know what?
I've taken a lot for the team
You really
here at Movie Streamers Podcast. I have taken a lot.
Oh, I guess the next one's on me.
Yep, it is. You said it, not me. So that is my movies you should miss for 2025. If you stop listening at this point, you're going to miss out on a lot of really good movies
Okay,
coming up at
yes.
this point.
Now that we've gotten through the garbage, thank you for
Yes.
sticking with us.
Yes,
And
my
now-
rage is calming down.
Now we can get to the good parts, the parts that...
Woosah.
Yeah. Captain, remember your pressure points.
I am pinching my earlobes as we speak.
And so now we can start the healing process for 2025, getting to the movies that you could miss, but were entertaining enough that they didn't incite John's rage. And so,
Yes.
John,
I've got a lot.
so let's get started with your could miss list of the year.
All right, could miss list of 2025. I'm going to begin it with a somewhat of a horror movie, somewhat of a thriller. These two directors did a movie a couple years ago that I talked about called Talk to Me. This is a movie with Sally Hawkins. If you don't know her by name, she is the lead in Shape of Water and played the mother in the first 2 Paddington movies. This movie's titled Bring Her Back.
Yes, I think both of us have a good list of horror movies in this section.
I think so too. This movie, Bring Her Back, was pretty decent. I didn't hate the movie, but I didn't love it. The reveal was pretty good. I didn't actually see it coming, and I thought Sally Hawkins was absolutely fantastic in this movie.
Well, that's good. At least it was a good performance.
Yes, very good. Second movie, actually, no longer starring Sally Hawkins, but this is the third movie in the Paddington series. This is Paddington in Peru.
Oh, I gotta love that swinging genre.
Yes. Very cute movie. Took my wife to see it. She's a big Paddington fan, and I liked the first two quite a bit. This one was cute, but not as good as the first two. Number 3 was a movie starring Keke Palmer and Za. This is called One of Them Days.
Which they're already greenlighting a sequel to.
Which is totally understandable. One of Them Days was very entertaining. It just wasn't... It had Friday-esqueness to it. It just didn't land in as much as like a Friday type of movie did.
It wasn't culturally impactful like Friday was.
I would have to say yes with that. And I am a fan of Keke Palmer. I've worked with her on Scream Queens. She's awesome. I'm really looking forward to her new movie. And her show The Burbs, which is apparently a spin-off of the Tom Hanks movie.
Yeah, I've just seen a commercial for that recently. I think Jack Whitehall's in it too. It looks pretty funny.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. I saw it for the Super Bowl. It looks like it's going to be pretty entertaining. Next movie is a Jason Statham movie, which we like to break. He likes to release movies in January and February of the last 3 years, so I'm curious what's going to come out in 2027. But this was A Working Man. Nothing we haven't seen before, but still entertaining. Just, you don't need to see it.
Well, sometimes it's really nice. It's like when you go to In-N-Out. You know exactly what you're going to get. And sometimes going to the theater, that's exactly what you need. And that's okay.
Mm-hmm. And I would say A Working Man is actually better than Shelter, which I just talked about, I think, last week.
But not better than Beekeeper?
Definitely not. No, Beekeeper is the magnus opus of the last 3 years,
Really?
That's for sure.
Yes, because that's the only one I saw.
V, you were a fan of this movie, and... I'm like a huge fan of this movie, and I watched it, and I did not love it like you did. It has Pedro Pascal and a couple other people that we know in this movie. This was Freaky Tales.
I'm not surprised that you didn't like it, although I do really appreciate it's on your could-miss list of the year and not should-miss.
Yeah, definitely not a should-miss movie. It's entertaining. It just wasn't something that grabbed me like you thought it would.
Yeah, because it was quirky and an anthology movie, I thought it would really grab you.
Yeah.
And so I was a little bit surprised, although you do have Pedro Pascal fatigue, so I knew you were kind of going into the movie a little bit jaded, and I get that. It is on a different list of mine, but I like that you at least put it on could miss.
Yeah, I did.
Thank you.
I had a lot of fun with it. I thought the first story was better than the other two. Because Nazis are getting their asses kicked in the first story, which is awesome. Always awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You just talked about this one on your list of absolutely should miss. This is Bob Odenkirk and Nobody 2.
Yeah, I disagree.
I liked the violence and I liked the rage in the movie. I had a good time with it. I did see it 2 times within a week, so I liked it. It's certainly not the greatest movie ever made, and it's not anywhere near as good as the first one, but I still had a good time with it, and I think if you're a fan of the first one, you'd still enjoy the second one.
I think it would have been so cool if they would have taken advantage of the little hints they gave about his wife and made the movie more about her. I think that would have been a really great direction to go instead of being so derivative from the first one. And
I gotcha.
If Sharon Stone would have kept her character the way she portrayed it in the casino scene and kept that through the whole movie, it would have been really cool. But instead, she became really weird really quickly.
Yeah, she did. The scene where she's dancing in the hallway, that was...
What's happening right now?
I had a good time. I thought it was pretty funny. She made me laugh quite a bit. Y'all need a pilot? This was Mel Gibson's newest movie with Mark Wahlberg and Topher Grace, Flight Risk. My dad and I went and saw this movie in 4DX and had an absolute blast. It is just not that great of a movie, but it is still a good time. A should miss if it's not something up your alley, but I would recommend checking it out.
Which is exactly why I skipped it. Because it was not up my alley.
I think you would have had fun with it, though, especially if you saw it in 4DX. That was a lot of fun.
Well, I'm not a fan of Mark Wahlberg. I do love Michelle Dockery, but not really a big fan of Mel Gibson anymore either, although I do love Hacksaw Ridge. So, it did not seem like a movie I'd be interested in, although you did argue that the trailer wasn't accurate.
No, the trailer was not accurate at all. Flight Risk is not a movie to be taken even remotely seriously. And if you go into it thinking it's going to be like Air Force One, it's not at all.
Okay.
Lawrence Fishburne leads this one along with an actor that I just do not like at all, Rami Malek. This is The Amateur.
I'm shocked it's not on your should miss list.
No, it's certainly not a should-miss movie. There were some good moments in it. I really like Rachel Brosnahan from The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I think she's great, even though she's only in the movie for like 0.2 seconds.
And Katrina Balf's in it, and she was really good too.
I don't know the name.
Lead of Outlander. Your wife would know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It had a
never
great
seen
cast.
Outlander, but it did, and there were some great action moments, and I thought Lawrence Fishburne was great. I just don't like Rami Malek.
No, you don't, but I do appreciate you put it on your could miss list. It was almost on my can't miss. It's only because I haven't thought about that movie in over 6 months that I realized that it didn't make an impact that I thought it would have, which is why I moved it down to this list. It's a revenge movie. It's a spy thriller. It accurately portrays a normal guy trying to get a little semblance of justice. There's so many elements of the movie that I really enjoyed. Like you said, the action's really good too. I do really recommend the film, even though it isn't on my can't miss list. I put it as number 1 on could miss because it was really close.
Oh, all right. Nice. Apple TV produced this movie with Miles Teller and one of my favorites, Anya Taylor-Joy. This is The Gorge.
I never ended up watching that film, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah, you're not missing anything at all. I just really enjoy watching Anya Taylor-Joy do whatever she's doing in a movie. And this movie had a lot of cool moments, and the final 25 minutes was actually a lot cooler than I thought it would be. Another cool thing about that movie is when I did that movie front cover that we discussed on the podcast many, many episodes ago, the set photographer of that movie front cover was the set photographer for The Gorge. And her name is Laura, and she's been posting a lot of stuff that she's been the set photographer on, and she sent me an exclusive photo of Anya Taylor-Joy. Which is pretty sweet. Yeah, I still have yet to get it framed, but I'm gonna, you best believe.
We should get her on the podcast.
I would love to. She is traveling the world. She just dropped the Venom Last Dance posters that she did the shoot for. So nice. She's been doing some cool shit. And she was also the set photographer on a movie called Out of Darkness that I talked about, I think 2 years ago now. That was a Neanderthal/horror movie.
Oh, yeah.
It still pops up in my head every now and then. I would love to get a physical copy of that movie.
Very cool. Yeah, I'm glad you're keeping in touch with her.
Yeah. Yes, yeah, she was awesome. I had a really good time hanging out with her, and we chat every now and then. So, Laura, if you're ever listening, open invitation to jump on the podcast.
Absolutely.
Jerry Butler leads this one, along with O'Shea Jackson. Den of Thieves 2, Pantera. Definitely a good time, not great, but still a pretty decent sequel from Den of Thieves.
I feel exactly the same way, and that is on my could miss list as well.
All right, awesome. Looney Tunes dropped a new movie last year, centering on Porky Pig and Daffy Duck as adopted brothers. This is called The Day the Earth Blew Up. And I watched it again on my way to Cancun, and I still laughed a lot harder than I thought I would for a second time. It's total Looney Tunes. There's a lot of adult humor, more so than past Looney Tunes movies, especially Back in Action with Brendan Fraser. But The Day the Earth Blew Up, if you're a Looney Tunes fan, give it a watch. You're not going to be disappointed. It's like 89 minutes. It's a lot of fun.
Back in Action had Jamie Foxx in it. Brendan Fraser wasn't
Yes,
in
Back in Action did. Day the Earth Blew Up is a Looney Tunes movie, and years ago there was a Looney Tunes Back in Action movie.
Oh my God, there was!
With Brendan Fraser and Chris Cooper.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was.
That movie is still hysterical.
I just can't believe that Looney Tunes movie that came out in 2025 didn't have any advertising at all.
There was almost none. I saw a poster for it at one of the movie theaters and was like, this is probably fake. And then the movie came out and I went and saw it. And the theater was packed with adults bringing their kids, and the adults were the only ones laughing because kids did not know what the hell Daffy Duck or Porky Pig were talking about. And that's totally fine. That's one of the reasons why adult humor is still great in cartoons.
Oh, absolutely. And I really want to watch some of the OG Looney Tunes episodes. I need to find them.
Oh, I have so many DVDs and VHS of old Looney Tunes. I actually last year got a 5 or 6 disc collection of like 200 Looney Tunes cartoons. And I put them on one morning when Amy and I were in the theater room, and I was almost dead from laughing. And Amy's like, this is stupid. I'm like, no, it's not. Looney Tunes is the best. Daffy Duck and Porky Pig and Bugs, just incredible.
Marvin the Martian was my favorite character growing up. I had Marvin memorabilia all over my bedroom and note paper with my name on it, with Marvin on it. Oh, yeah, I was really into Marvin the Martian. I had a cardboard cutout that was like 4 feet tall, and my mom bought me.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. I was really into him when I was a teenager.
I'm still a Space Jam fan. I love when Marvin the Martian goes up to Michael Jordan and says, "You're going to have to forfeit the game." And Michael's like, "What? Are you serious?" He goes, "Yes, Sir Altitude." And like that always cracked me up.
I've still never seen Space Jam.
What the fuck? Okay, well, that's got to be on a future episode. V, you had this movie on your absolutely should miss list. It's on my could miss list. I saw it twice within a week. I went opening night and I had a blast. And then I went a few days later to the 4DX final showing at like 10:30 at night, and I was the only son of a bitch in the theater. This is Captain America: Brave New World. I had a good time with it. I did. And I am one of those people that really couldn't care less about Marvel movies.
I know, that's what's so
why
shocking.
Thunderbolts, whatever the fuck that was. But yeah, I liked Captain America: Brave New World over Thunderbolts. Yes, I did.
God, you are just wrong about the MCU last year.
Yeah, I know. I know. You just mentioned Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz are both in this movie from Netflix, back in action. One of the better ones that Netflix popped out last year.
Absolutely.
Such a great time. Amy and I had a blast with it. That whole airplane sequence was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The kids were great. Back in action. Jamie Foxx, Cameron Diaz, Netflix. Badass movie. It's a could miss because, but it's still a good time.
I think you and I both agree. It's almost on our can't miss list because it was that surprisingly good as a Netflix-produced movie. It's a lot of fun. I watched it for a second time just in November with my sister Suzanne, and I enjoyed it almost as much as I did the first time. It's great, and it's one
funny
of
too.
And it's one of the best streaming movies made last year.
Absolutely. And Glenn Close's grandma, which was awesome.
Speaking of funny, oh my God.
Yeah.
Her boyfriend.
Great. Yes, that's right. Yeah. I should watch that one again. And that's crazy to think about because while talking about it now, I just had memories flood back into me about Glenn Close and the boyfriend in that big ass house, and that whole gas station sequence was wild too. Very entertaining flick.
Yes, Back in Action is highly recommended by both of us.
Yes, it is. Now, this is one of the only times I've actually enjoyed Jenna Ortega. This movie also has Richard E. Grant, Will Poulter, Tia Leone, and Paul Rudd. This is Death of a Unicorn.
I love that movie so much.
So do I. I saw it in theaters. I laughed my entire ass off. And then I watched it again on HBO with my wife, and V, you already know that my wife fucking hated it. But I still had a great time the second time around. I even told my parents to watch it, and they did not enjoy it. I think they said they turned it off like a half an hour in. Just wasn't their bag. But it's on could miss because it's really not superb, but it is a lot of fun at the same time.
It's just not spectacular horror comedy from the last year.
Right.
But that's only because there were a lot of very good horror comedies that the bar was set pretty high. Mm-hmm. It's close, though. This movie is memorable. It's hilarious. Highly, highly recommend this horror comedy. I definitely think my dad should watch it. Shannon should absolutely watch this film. Death of a Unicorn is so good. It's like Aliens or Jurassic Park, but with unicorns.
Yes, yes. It's bloody, too. It's gruesome.
Definitely one of the few movies from 2025 that I absolutely want to own.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Well, digitally. I mean, it's not that big of a statement. Come on.
Okay, you don't want the physical copy. I see.
I'd give physical copies of things to you. You know that.
Yep, that's true. That's true, you do. This movie is a horror thriller about a woman in the yard. And that's the title of the movie, Woman in the Yard. I had a much better time with it than I thought I would. I wanted to see it in theaters. I just did not get around to it, so I watched it on streaming. There were a few moments that freaked me out, and I liked the way that it wrapped up. So Woman in the Yard, if you're looking for something that's creepy and not super terrifying, Woman in the Yard is up your alley. It's pretty entertaining.
Oh, okay, that's a description that I could get behind if it's a good horror movie, but not super terrifying.
Yes, definitely not super terrifying at all.
I don't know why, but The Woman in the Yard, I really like the trailer, first and foremost.
Yeah, trailer was great.
But it kind of reminded me of the trailer that I saw for The Woman in Black with Daniel Radcliffe that came out like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that film?
No, I actually never did.
Okay, I heard it was pretty good.
I have also heard that it's pretty good. I should check that one out.
Yeah, maybe we both should, now that I'm into horror movies too.
Yeah, yeah, you are. Alex Garland was a writer on this movie. I unfortunately could not tell you who the other writer was, but Will Poulter is in this movie. This is based on a true story about a moment in time during the Iraq War. This is a film called Warfare.
A movie I just never got around to watching.
Not many people did, and that's a bit unfortunate because it is a very well done movie, and it's very intense, and there's a lot of emotional turmoil going on in this movie. The only reason it's on Could Miss is because war movies are not everybody's thing.
Did it feel a lot like pro-war propaganda, or was it a hard look at war?
It was a very hard look at war.
Awesome. Okay. Well, during
a moment in Iraq. Yeah, it was enjoyable. It's weird to always be like, yeah, that war movie's enjoyable,
right?
But it was enjoyable. It's certainly not going to be something that I would recommend to a lot of people.
Yeah, that's fair.
V, you have this movie on your should miss list. It's on my could miss list. I saw it twice, and it's really the only time other than Blade Runner 2049 where I've liked Ana de Armas. This is Ballerina.
It's not a good film.
Yes, it kind of is, because the action is badass. And Gabriel Byrne is killer in it, no pun intended. The whole thing in the mountain town was so awesome. And the scene in the back alley when she leaves that club and she just axes that guy in the fucking face, I loved it.
Okay, that was cool. I did like the flamethrower scene, that's true.
Yeah, the flamethrower scene's great. It was a very, very entertaining movie.
Very long movie, though.
It's like an hour and 40 minutes.
It felt like 2.5.
Well, that's too bad. I still enjoyed it. It's on Could Miss. If you're a John Wick fan, give it a shot. Like
2 hours and 5 minutes, okay?
Oh, okay. It was 2.5. All right, that's fine. It's still not 2:40.
Needed to be about 20 minutes shorter.
I will give you that. I would
you.
say they could cut out the scene where she goes to extract that Asian gangster. They could get rid of that.
Yeah.
But everything else I thought was pretty badass.
Okay.
This is a sequel to a movie that V, you introduced me to that I have the 4K of, and you best believe I'm going to have the 4K of this one. This is a kill the fucking Nazis movie. This is Sisu Road to Revenge.
Yay! I'm so glad you love that film.
Oh, hell yeah.
Warms my heart that I was able to introduce you to that movie. The only reason I haven't seen Sisu 2 is because I want to watch it with my dad.
Yeah, no, totally understandable. Stephen Lang is in Sisu Road to Revenge.
Ooh, is he?
Quaritch from the Avatar movies. Yeah,
well,
he's badass in this movie.
Also, Ike Clanton in Tombstone, the cowardly one that runs his mouth.
Yes.
Stephen Lang is a really good actor who disappears into roles and does not get the appreciation that I think he deserves.
I completely agree with that statement. So yeah, Sisu Road to Revenge on Could Miss because it is brutal and bloody and it's badass. But if that's not your thing, that's cool too. I saw this trailer probably 8 different times. And
this is why you started off walking out of movies before they start.
Pretty much. This trailer, the Sinners trailer, and the trailer for Speak No Evil was one of the reasons why I just could not continually give my time to trailers anymore, because they just blow the movie for you. This movie stars Megan Faye and Brandon Sklenar. We know Brandon Sklenar from a movie that I think is on a similar list for you and me, V.
Okay.
Yeah, when we get to what movies...
Remind me. Okay.
This movie is about airdropping. This movie is called Drop.
Oh, airdropping on your phone. You just talked about
Yes.
warfare, so I was trying to think. I was like, what bombs are you talking about? Okay.
No.
Oh, God. Brandon Sklar is... Yeah, he's good in that movie we're going to talk about.
Yes, he is. And he's pretty good in this movie. Just, I saw the trailer so many damn times that nothing was really a surprise for me.
Yeah.
Drop, it was still not a bad movie. It just was not that great.
Mm-hmm.
This one you also talked about, Orlando Bloom and Bryce Dallas Howard, Deep Cover. I liked it. It's on my could miss list because it's not terrible, like V said.
Whenever we have movies on 2 different lists, I really want our audience to watch them and then tell us which one of us they agree with.
Oh, absolutely. That's all I want when we do these episodes.
Same, yes.
I really do.
Okay, I'm so glad we have the same goal. So, audience,
Hell yeah, we
please be the tiebreaker for us.
Yeah, please do. Idris Elba and John Cena lead this next movie. This is called Heads of State.
I forgot about that movie, but I love that movie so much.
Oh, yeah. Heads of State was an absolute blast. They played off each other so well. I'm a John Cena fan. We've talked about him in the past before in many movies, especially Ricky Stenicki, one of the best comedies that he's ever made with Zac Efron.
Oh,
love that fucking movie.
So do I.
But yeah, Heads of State, definitely an enjoyable movie. It's on Could Miss because it's a forgettable movie, but it is still a lot of fun.
My exact assessment as well. It's super fun. I loved Jack Quaid in it. Jack Quaid had a renaissance last year. I'm so happy for him. Charto Copley in it is hilarious.
That's right. Yes.
Oh my God. It's really competing with Back in Action for best action streaming movie of the year last year.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's solid. I'm with that. We just talked about Isa Gonzalez in a movie called Ash. Well, she's also in this movie along with Domhnall Gleeson, Natalie Portman, and John Krasinski. This is the Apple-produced ripoff of National Treasure, Fountain of Youth.
How is this not on your should miss list?
Because it's fun. It's terrible, but it's fun.
That's true. A movie has to piss us off to get on our good miss
Yeah,
list.
this movie was far from pissing me off.
Okay, fair.
It just was not great. But Fountain of Youth on Apple, enjoyable 2 hours. But if you never see it, you're not missing anything.
I did rewatch the original National Treasure last year at one point. It holds up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it absolutely holds up. It's one of the best. It's one of Amy's favorite movies of all time.
Aw.
This movie was written and directed by Eva Victor, also starring Naomi Aki and Eva Victor in the lead role. This is a film called Sorry Baby. I saw this in a small theater in the city. V, you and I saw The Zone of Interest in this theater.
Ooh, that's a great theater.
Yeah, very good theater. The movie was good. It just didn't grab me emotionally like a lot of other movies in this genre do. It's very heavy drama, centered on the Me Too movement, and it was good. It just wasn't something that really floored me like other movies have.
It's so funny. I kept getting Sorry Baby and Honey Don't confused with each other only because their titles are so similar where you're ordering a woman to do something. And I kept mixing those two up, but I think you saw Honey Don't as well, didn't you?
I did, yes. And then, you know what? Why not? Let's just talk about it now. It's on this list as well.
There we go.
I look at Honey Don't as an unofficial sequel to Drive Away Dolls. Honey Don't stars Margaret Qualley and Audrey Plaza and Charlie Day as well. It was okay. It just wasn't great. I liked Drive Away Dolls better.
Okay.
Nicole Kidman and Matthew McFadden star in this film. This was on Amazon Prime. I had it on my to-watch list for a long time. It's a movie called Holland.
Which I absolutely should have watched because I went to Holland, Michigan last year with my family for the Tulip Festival, and I owed it to myself to watch this movie.
Yeah, sounds like you did.
And Matthew McFadden being Mr. Darcy in Pride and Prejudice, I'm a fan of his.
I am a fan of his as well. And this movie was pretty good. It was twisted, which I liked.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. Yes, it is not what the trailers make it out to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it kind of 180'd at one point in the movie, and I was like, what the hell? So yeah, definitely check out Holland if you like movies like that. I put it on this list only because it is an acquired taste movie.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Wow.
Next movie is likely going to really piss a lot of the horror fans out there off. I saw it one time. I've been meaning to rewatch it again. I really liked the way the movie was structured. I loved Barbarian. I just did not think that this movie belongs in the horror genre. And apparently, there's Oscar nominations for this movie. And that's cool. I just don't think that they're really merited, but that's my opinion. This is Weapons.
Well, I am going to watch that movie given it has Oscar nominations. So for our Oscar recap episode, we can talk about it more.
Yes, we can. Ben Foster and Colby Smulders lead this movie. I found this movie randomly one day. It was really fucked up, but it was awesome. It was called Sharp Corner.
Two of my favorite actors who are really underrated.
Yeah, you should check it out. Acquired taste movie, not going to be for everyone, that is for sure.
Okay.
But I really enjoyed it. I had a good time with it.
Awesome.
It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips, is what Chubbs says to Happy Gilmore, but not in this one because this is Happy Gilmore 2 and Chubbs is dead. So Happy Gilmore 2 is on my list of could miss, massive fan service. Eminem shows up in this movie, and I loved his role in this movie. If you've seen Happy Gilmore, the character that he plays the son of is one of the funnier characters in the original Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore 2 on Netflix, entertaining, but not anything you need to rush out to push play on.
Okay, but the real question is, does Christopher McDonald reprise his role as Shooter McGavin?
Oh, hell yeah, he does.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
And he does a fantastic job. It is hilarious.
Awesome. I love him so much.
Yes, we are
We
big
both
fans
do.
of him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Juice by Tappy. Juice by Tappy.
Juice.
She's really going to win your heart. Yeah, we're big fans of him. Andy Garcia is in this movie along with the beautiful Samara Weaving. This is a Hulu-produced movie called Eeny Meeny.
Which I thought was a sequel to Ready or Not.
Yeah, you did.
It would have been a great name, though.
It totally would have.
Ready or Not 2
but
is
hey,
coming
Ready
out
or
this
Not,
year.
Yes, it is. I've seen the trailer twice, and I don't want to see it again.
Agreed.
But I'm so excited for it. Eeny Meeny is a lot of fun. It's kind of a Fast and the Furious caper thievery. Yeah, it's
okay,
not great,
it.
but yeah, it is an entertaining flick.
You totally sold me.
Samara Weaving is a lot of fun in it, and hey, it's Samara Weaving.
Yeah, she's great. We both like her too.
Very much so. My good friend Jamie Lee Curtis leads this movie, as does the revamped Lindsay Lohan, Julia Butters as well, and Sophie Hammonds. Oh, and Mark Harmon shows back up. This is the sequel to Freaky Friday. This is Freakier Friday.
I'm so happy for Lindsay Lohan to have this comeback and seem to be very healthy and happy. So I could do nothing but support this film and her. So
absolutely. She looks really ridiculously incredible.
I'm glad.
I've always thought she was attractive, but my gosh, she is similar to Hilary Duff and like all of these young ladies from our generation, really blossoming. And Freakier Friday made me laugh a lot. And Freakier
Solid
Friday,
sequel.
It was a solid sequel, and it's on this list because I don't think a lot of people like sequels, but I highly recommend it. I know it's streaming on Disney Plus now.
Awesome.
Yeah, my wife is a big fan of the original, the Jamie Lee Curtis original.
God.
I think she's seen
Versus
the Jodie
Foster one. Yeah.
Yeah, many, many years ago. Ari Aster dropped this movie. Pedro Pascal and Joaquin Phoenix and Emma Stone are in this movie. I enjoyed it. Not going to be for everybody. This is Eddington.
I watched part of this movie. I was in the middle of baking something, so I couldn't sit down and watch it completely, but I did see a couple scenes, one of which shocked the hell out of me, and I was like, oh, I did not see this coming at all. Does it get weirder as it goes, though?
Oh, hell yeah, it does. It's Ari Aster. It gets way fucking weird.
Okay, because the first 40 minutes of this movie, I was like, okay, this is a small town drama. I'm not seeing what John was talking about, saying it's super weird, but I didn't see the end of it, so that makes sense.
Yeah. This next movie stars John Malkovich and Ayo Edebiri. If you don't know Ayo Edebiri by name, she is in the latest Julia Roberts movie, After the Hunt. She's also in the TV show The Bear with Jeremy Allen White. This is a movie called Opus.
Don't remember ever talking about it.
Oh, yeah, I did when we did Movie Scene. The movie is pretty hilarious. It is just off the walls wild. It's very culty, and it's entertaining. I would highly recommend it to people that like movies like that.
Opus, okay.
Speaking of Eminem, like I just did, this is a documentary on people that are way too fucking obsessed with Eminem, especially the young lady that has 22 different portraits tattooed of him on her body. This is a movie called Stans.
Yes, it is also on my could miss list. It is one of the good documentaries of the year. Not great, but
no,
it's fascinating to get a glimpse into a side of humanity that you were unaware of before. It'd be like watching a documentary on furries, right? It's just kind of fascinating, even though it's not something you're into, unless you are, John. But
I'm not.
Okay, but yeah, Stans it made me very uncomfortable, but I'm glad I watched the film.
Oh, totally. Yeah, it was super fascinating and just like, wow,
yeah,
there's people out there. Yeah, this is wild. Mason Thames and Ethan Hawke star in this sequel to a movie that I really did not like, but I went and saw the sequel because why the hell not? This was Black Phone 2.
Didn't you like it better than the original?
I did, very much, yeah. I well, not very much, not to the point where I'm like, oh, I'm going to own that one. It was just entertaining. It had freakier moments, and it had even really gruesome moments. And if you're a fan of the first one, check out the second one. If you've never seen the first one, just watch the second one.
Is it standalone enough where you could just watch the second one?
Definitely, yeah. They do a decent recap over the first half hour of the movie.
Fabulous.
I was somewhat excited for this one. I love me some Emily Blunt, and I don't know if she's ever looked hotter in the entire time I've been watching Emily Blunt movies. However, this movie was not great, and Dwayne Johnson was okay. The movie just was not. This is The Smashing Machine. This movie, V, you and I both watched. America Ferrera stars, as does Matthew McConaughey. It was a very underwhelming movie, and for some reason it's nominated for Best Visual Effects at the Oscars this year. Directed by Paul Greengrass, this is The Lost Bus.
Why didn't we put it on our should miss list?
I don't know. I'm looking at it, I'm like, why? It was not good.
No, it was legitimately
it really was
not good.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. My sister really liked it and told our family about it when we were all having dinner one night. So I did finally watch it, and I was going to because I love Paul Greengrass movies, and I love McConaughey, and I do like America Ferrera, but this movie was, I remember talking about it, the decisions that they were making were stupid.
Do you know why it wasn't on my should-miss list? Is because I didn't put it anywhere.
There you go. Yeah.
No, it would be on my should-miss list. It's not a good film. America's great.
It's really not.
I don't even think Matthew McConaughey does a good job, though.
No, he doesn't. No, it's. You know what? I'm moving it. This is a should-miss movie.
This is an audible that both of us are pulling right
audible
now.
moving it down.
The Lost Bus. Do not watch it.
Do not watch. Dakota Fanning stars in this flick. It was okay, but it wasn't anything special. I put it on could miss because I like Dakota Fanning and I really liked The Watchers from last year. So Vicious is the name of the movie. It's enjoyable, but it's not great. This is another Netflix movie starring Adam Sandler and Laura Dern and George Clooney. Jay Kelly is on my could miss list because it's really a decent movie up until the final 8.5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm really not interested in watching it, and I hate that I have to for the Oscars.
Yeah, I think you'll like it up until the last 8.5 minutes. Alice Lowe is the writer and director of this next movie. Now, you may not know her by name, because I did not. And then I looked her up a little bit, and she is in one of my past picks of Hot Fuzz. She plays Marcus Skinner's little assistant inside the supermarket. She's the one that's like, manager's office, Mr.
Yes.
Skinner. It's her. So this movie was called Time Stalker, and it stars her, Jacob Anderson, Nick Frost, Tanya Roberts, and a couple other people. This movie was so wild. It is a reincarnation movie that starts in the 1500s and goes all the way up to 2115. And this character, Agnes, just keeps getting reincarnated, and she's trying to get with this guy, Alex, in these different centuries that she has been reincarnated in. It's R-rated. There are some brutal kills in this movie, but it's also very entertaining. It's one of those light, brutal British comedies. I really enjoyed it, but I'm putting it on could miss because this really is not going to be everybody's cup of tea. No pun intended.
Yeah, but if it's traveling through time, I kind of need to watch it.
I think you would enjoy it. I think you would. It's called Time Stalkers. It's on Amazon Prime right now.
Awesome.
Yeah. This is also on a streaming service. I will be honest with you, I don't remember which one, but it's a pretty fun little flick. It's called Rounding. It's about a resident that is having a bit of a mental breakdown. It's weird, but it's entertaining enough to give a shot. Called Rounding.
Another movie I don't remember you talking about.
Oh, yeah. It was like 3 or 4 weeks ago I watched it when I was doing like 5 or 6 movies in a week.
Oh, yeah.
Darren Aronofsky brought us this movie starring Austin Butler and Zoe Kravitz. This is called Caught Stealing.
A movie that is also on my could miss list of the year.
Oh, you did see it?
I ended up watching it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Awesome. It is a could miss. I enjoyed it, but it was somewhat forgettable.
That was my problem, is because I watched it just in the last 2 weeks, and then doing the list for today, I was like, oh yeah, I watched that film. I like Austin Butler. I like Zoe Kravitz. It's good. It's just nothing spectacular.
Right.
Worth watching, though.
I agree. Definitely worth watching. Glenn Powell leads this next movie. You and I were definitely not super thrilled with this movie. This is the Edgar Wright Running Man.
You and I were disappointed by this film.
Yeah, we were disappointed by it.
But
it's not a should miss.
No,
it's still a could miss.
It's entertaining for sure, and it's as far as remakes go, pretty good.
Oh yeah,
I watched it in the theater with my friend Megan. It was really fun to go with her.
Megan.
Yeah, I just haven't thought about that movie since I saw it in theaters until you brought it up.
Right, yeah, same. I actually only recently thought about it again because I saw that it's streaming on one of the streamers right now.
But any movie where Glenn Powell has to don a disguise is worth watching.
Yeah, like Hitman.
Yes.
This next one I should have put on should miss list, but I'm putting it on could miss list because so many people love this franchise. Just this movie was so sugar-coated. It was PG-13, and it was such a dumbass disappointment. This is Predator Badlands.
Didn't watch it because of your review.
Yeah, it sucked, but if you like really dumb PG-13 Predator movies, there you go.
Predator movies should not be PG-13 ever.
Agreed. My good buddy Robert Pattinson and the lovely Jennifer Lawrence star in this movie. This is Die, My Love.
I really wanted to see it just for her performance.
Yeah, highly recommend it. I put it on could miss because it's a trip and a half, and a lot of people don't like trip and a halves.
That's true.
Ben Stiller made this movie about his parents. It is a documentary about them. This is called Stiller and Mira.
Well, I do like Ben Stiller as a director, considering one of his directed movies was my very first pick of this podcast.
That's very true, it was. And I like Ben Stiller as well. I love Jerry Stiller. Big fan of him from Seinfeld and King of Queens, especially in Zoolander. This documentary was interesting. It just didn't really grab me like I was hoping that it would emotionally, if that makes sense. I think the problem, truthfully, was Ben Stiller kind of hosting it. He's one of those... He's a tough one to watch when it comes to, like, heavy stuff.
Right.
If that makes sense, especially for our audience. I mean, he hasn't really done anything, like, dramatic ever.
Except for my pick of The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. That was my first pick of the podcast.
I don't really look at that as a drama, though. I think that's more of a comedy and like fantasy more than a drama.
Whoa, okay. I would disagree with that. That's an interesting take. But I will say, someone talking about their parents so much, you definitely have to make sure you're entertaining your audience and not just having a day of talking about your family, right? And
yeah. And he certainly did. I mean, he goes into his parents' old apartment and goes through a lot of the old archives and photos, and we see a lot of their stuff on the Ed Sullivan Show and like how they came about being a comedic duo. And it is sweet. It just didn't. When it ended, I was like, okay, kind of like how you felt about Being Eddie in a way.
Yeah, I get that, and I think maybe if someone directed it who wasn't related to them and Ben was just interviewed, there might have been a more discerning lens to it that could have made it maybe a little more entertaining or brought up a couple things or asked Ben questions that maybe were a little bit more challenging for him to answer if there was something that happened in his family, or how do you feel now that your parents left this lasting impact on the comedic world? There's so many opportunities there when you're getting interviewed versus having complete control over it. So I could see where that could be a problem.
Yeah, I think that you laid it perfectly. I think that was the problem with the movie.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so that is Stiller and Mira on Apple TV. Certainly worth a watch, especially if you're somebody that's at least 20 years older than us and actually saw them on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Mm-hmm.
Marlon Wayans leads this next movie that I saw in theaters. Marlon Wayans and Tyreek Withers. This is a movie called Him.
I saw so many trailers for this movie whenever I watched something on Hulu.
Oh, really? Interesting. I think it's now streaming on either Hulu or Amazon Prime. It's streaming now. I saw it in theaters. I will tell you right now, Marlon Wayans is killer in this movie. He is so badass. We love him in Requiem for a Dream. Super heavy dramatic role. This one is teetering on a wild-ass fever dream about the NFL. I really enjoyed it, but I'm putting it on could miss because similar to most of the movies on my could miss list, it's not going to be something that everybody's going to enjoy. Next movie was a movie starring Samara Weaving again and Ray Nicholson. This is a movie called Borderline.
Oh, this is the movie that you told me I should probably watch.
Yes, I think you would enjoy it. It is, it's based loosely on a true story, if I remember correctly, about Jodie Foster being stalked in the early 90s, and Borderline is about a stalker that falls in love with a pop star. Samara Weaving is the pop star, and Ray Nichols is the one that stalks her, and it's fucked up, and I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. I just put it on this list because I don't think many people would be able to get behind the premise of the movie.
Poor Jodie Foster has been through some shit in her life.
Yeah, she has. And apparently she's got a new movie out called My Private Life, which I'm going to have to check out.
Yes, I just recently saw an interview with her in French where she talks about there were 3 words in French that were really, really hard to say. And she asked the director if she could actually come up with different words. One was squirrel. Another one was murder. I forget the third, but God, watching that woman speak French is so lovely. And
it really is.
You know how much I'm in love with Jodie Foster, so I'll watch anything she's in.
Oh, yeah, so will I. We've done 2 movies, at least that I can recall, on the podcast. You did Contact, and I did A Very Long Engagement, of which she actually speaks French in.
And I picked The Silence of the Lambs.
That's right, you did. So we've done 3 Jodie Foster-led flicks here.
And I discussed her incredible performance in the film Naiad that came out 2024?
2 years ago,
Yeah.
I think, at this point. Yeah,
Yeah.
her and Annette Bening. That movie is awesome.
A
Super
movie
good movie
that you weren't planning on seeing until I made you.
That's right. Well, you didn't make me. It was nominated for Oscars, and I was going to watch it anyway because I was a swimmer, and it was a very interesting story. But you did push me to watch it more than I probably would have.
I strongly urged you to.
Strong urges, indeed. I've got a lot of those.
Oh my god. I would say this is a kid show, but we all know it's not based on your
fuck no.
language.
No. At least the first half of the show. Aziz Ansari wrote and directed this movie, starring Seth Rogen, Aziz Ansari, Keke Palmer, Keanu Reeves, also Sandra Oh, and a handful of other people. This is Good Fortune.
I wanted to watch this movie so badly in theaters to support them, and I didn't get around to it. I think I was in Alaska at that point. I'm so bummed I didn't actually watch that movie last year. Ugh.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be streaming soon if it's not already. I had a great time with it. I really laughed a lot. I will say it really doesn't go anywhere, which is a little bit unfortunate. And I feel like had Aziz Ansari just been the writer and director and not the lead in the movie, it would have been far better. I just really am not a big Aziz Ansari fan. I think it's his voice, truthfully, and nothing against him. He might be a really cool dude, but his high, squealy voice just took me out of a lot of the scenes in the movie. But overall, Keanu Reeves was magnificent.
Yeah, that's why you don't like Charlie Day, right?
That's why I don't like Charlie Day. Yeah, his voice really gets under my skin. This director had 2 movies that I really enjoyed last year. One you saw in, I believe, in theaters. My sister got me the 4K for Christmas. We'll talk about that in the next list, but this one in particular, directed by Osgood Perkins, starring Tatiana Maslany and Rossif Sutherland. This is a movie called Keeper.
Is it also a horror movie?
It is not really a horror movie. Kind of teeters on the fever dream thing like Him did, but overall, I really enjoyed it. But I've read a lot of reviews on a couple of film forums on Facebook that people just really could not get behind it. And that's why I'm putting it on the could miss list, because it's out there. It's almost like Cuckoo from last year, which I absolutely loved and was one of my favorite movies of last year. This one was really good, but Osgood Perkins' other movie was far better. But Keeper is certainly worth watching if you're a fan of Longlegs, if you're a fan even of Cuckoo. I still don't know anybody else that has seen Cuckoo with Hunter Schafer, and I really want people to see Cuckoo and support that movie because it's so awesome.
Well, you and I have a night that we need to plan out that has Cuckoo and Longlegs in it.
Yes. Oh, that would be it. And then Keeper. We'll just watch all 3 of them.
All right, sounds good.
Another documentary on my list. V, you put it on your should-miss list. This is Being Eddie.
Yeah, you're not really going to fight me on my placement, though, right?
Oh, God, not even a little bit. No.
Okay.
I watched it over the course of like 2.5 hours because I kept pausing it to go get water. I just was not enthralled like I was hoping to be. I've seen a lot of Eddie Murphy stuff. I have 2 of his vinyl stand-up comedies. He was fantastic, and even when he tried to jump into the music scene, he was great. I still am a massive fan.
Party all the time,
Norbit.
party all the time.
Yeah. Party all the time. Absolutely.
Oh, you're so much better at imitating him than me. Oh, God, that song
And
is such a
Beverly Hills
earworm.
Cop.
I just watched Beverly Hills Cop like 2 weeks ago to cleanse my palate and make me love Eddie Murphy again. And yeah, you say it took you 2.5 hours to watch it. It took me 2.5 days to watch it.
Yeah. See, it was and like you said, he had too much control over it, and there was no real like engagement as a viewer in the movie. But if you're an Eddie Murphy fan, it's worth checking out.
If you're an Eddie Murphy fan, you will not learn anything new.
Exactly. No, you're totally right. Miles Teller, Elizabeth Olsen, and Colm Turner lead this movie, and this movie really, really, really upset me because it was nothing like I thought it was going to be. I love the premise. The premise is fantastic. The execution was horrendous. I'm putting it on this list because I like Elizabeth Olsen, and I like Miles Teller, and I really love Divine Joy Randolph. But Eternity, name of the movie, really did not land for me at all.
I am so shocked you didn't put it on the should miss list, because when you talked about that movie in our weekly update,
tore it apart.
You hated it so much.
I really did. Yeah, I tore it apart, and I'm going to give it another watch because I think Amy would enjoy it. and there was a lot of cool stuff in it. Just the screenplay was so cheeseball and not in a good way. And I look forward to you watching it and seeing what you think of Eternity when you get a chance to check it out. This is a 4th installment of a movie that I made V watch the first year of our horror movies, starring Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson. This is Conjuring Last Rites.
I support you going to those movies, even though it would take you sitting me down to watch any subsequent sequels of that franchise.
I'd have to strap you to the couch.
Probably, yeah. Even though,
Yes.
God, I love The Conjuring so much, it wouldn't take much convincing. And
For
Patrick
the first
Wilson
one, yeah.
and Vera Farmiga are, they're both wonderful actors. It's really
They really are.
fun to watch them on screen in general.
I completely agree. When my buddy Joel was in town, I believe it was over the summer or in September, whenever the movie came out, I can't remember. But he and I went and saw it. There were some solid scares. It's not great. The first one is a masterpiece. The second one is really damn good. I still have never finished Conjuring The Devil Made Me Do It, which was the 3rd installment. I turned it off like 10 minutes in. I just could not do it. But this one is rewatchable more so than The Devil Made Me Do It.
And this Conjuring is called...
This is Conjuring Last Rites.
Well, I'm glad it was at least better than the last one.
Yes, it certainly was. Nick Kroll and Andrew Rannells lead this movie, and I watched this movie on Hulu one afternoon when I was looking for something new to watch. I had only seen about a minute of the trailer because you know how if you leave it on Hulu, Disney Plus, Netflix, whatever, they'll start showing you the trailer automatically, which I gotta be honest, I really am not a fan of. But it did get me to watch this movie. This is a movie called I Don't Understand You.
Just the trailer made the movie look so bonkers. I really want to watch it, but then you said, I remember you saying something about it went off the rails a little bit, or the tone shifted a little bit, where it wasn't as good as you were hoping it would be based on the trailer.
It wasn't as good as I was hoping it to be, but it was still entertaining enough to get through the whole thing, and bonkers is a perfect way to put it. It really does. Something happens in the middle of this movie, and it just goes out of control madness, and it was entertaining. I laughed a lot, but it's not, I'm not going to text people and be like, you got to see this movie.
Right.
It was still entertaining enough, though.
I'm pretty sure they spoil what happens in the trailer.
They do.
Okay,
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so I'm thinking of the right sequence then. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, they totally spoil it in the trailer.
Yeah, which I understand why they did that. They wanted to get people to check it out and go farther than that, and it gets crazier after that. So, enjoyable movie, but not going to be something, like I said, I'm going to tell a lot of people about.
Okay.
Alan Tudyk, Rufus Sewell, Shirley Henderson, and Olivia Williams lead this movie. I watched this about 3 weeks ago. I think I even talked about it on one of our movies seen. This is a British super dark comedy called The Trouble with Jessica.
I mean, I love Alan Tudyk.
Yeah, Alan Tudyk and Rufus Sewell together. The first time, I think, since A Knight's Tale. So that was really cool to see them back together again.
Yeah.
And Shirley Henderson, I mentioned before, she is Moaning Myrtle in the Harry Potter movies. She's also Gale in Trainspotting and T2 Trainspotting. This movie gets fucked up and does not let up, and I had a good time with it. It's just not one of my favorites of the year, which is why I am putting it on Could Miss.
It's called a Lance. Hello.
Hello. Give us a dance from Gelderland. Yes, of Gelderland. David Bowie. There we go. We mentioned David Bowie for the first time in this episode.
Golden years.
So good. This is a film based on a true story about a guy that shacks up in a Toys R Us. Starring Channing Tatum and Kirsten Dunst, Peter Dinklage, and Lakeith Stanfield, this is a movie called Roof Man.
It's also on my could miss list.
It's very could miss. It's an interesting movie. I just don't know why we needed it.
Yes, and it was also... The problem was, in the trailer, it seemed kind of kooky and fun of like, oh, you're following along this guy who's a fugitive and he's going to hide in a Toys R Us. And it could be just entertaining, right? With the way it was marketed. And it's really sad.
It is. It's very sad. Yeah, and it's pretty heavy, and what he ends up doing with Kirsten Dunst's character is like, Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
I really liked everyone in it. Everybody did a great job.
Oh, yeah.
It's just kind of a bummer. And
right.
That's not the way the trailers set it up for you, and so you're not prepared for it.
Nope, definitely not. I remember walking out being like, I laughed so much for the first 25, 30 minutes, and then I just really started to not feel good.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is Roof Man. This next movie is a remake of a movie from the 80s. Apparently Danny DeVito stars in this movie, but this new one stars Olivia Colman, Benedict Cumberbatch, and Kate
All
McKinnon and Andy
people
Samberg.
to say starred in that movie, you don't pick the 2 stars. You pick Danny DeVito. That is hilarious.
Well, I've not seen the
It
original, so I
stars
don't know who else is in it.
Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner.
Oh, okay.
They're
Well,
the
see,
married
I
couple.
don't know that.
But I introduced you to Romancing the Stone with the 2 of them in it.
Yeah, that's great. That's a completely different fucking movie.
Yeah,
like, how
but
would I remember?
They starred together as a couple again, and it was like a big deal that they reunited. Anyway, doesn't matter. So Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner were the original couple, and like you said, Olivia Colman and Benedict Cumberbatch were the updated version.
They were the updated version, yes. This is The Roses. Amy and I went and saw it, and we laughed so much in this movie. But it is pretty heavy at the same time. And when it ended, we both looked at each other like, holy fuck. Like, whoa, that was wild. And I put it on this because I feel like it's one of those movies that certain married couples will watch and just kind of like have some weird resentment towards each other after.
You don't want to recommend it too hard, is what you're saying?
No, not at all.
So I thought...
No, but we enjoyed it. We had a good time with it.
It was hysterical. I thought it was so funny. The chemistry between those 2, I really thought it was a weird casting choice to put those 2 together, just because, and I don't mean anything negative by this, but Olivia just seems like a generation different than him, based on how long I've been watching her in different things and how more recent he has come around to American audiences. So they just seem like in different age brackets, which of course is fine as a married couple. But Rosamund Pike and Benedict Cumberbatch just seemed like a better pairing in terms of an example of another English actress. But beyond that, great movie. I loved the filming locations. It was gorgeous. It's supposed to be in Northern California, but they filmed it in England, I guess, because I had to look it up because it's actually based in Mendocino, which is right near where I grew up. And it was a gorgeous movie. But yeah, it is so dark and so awesome, but it's more humorous than the original. The original is even darker.
Ooh, all right. I should check it out. I really should watch the original.
I think you should. But yeah, in terms of remakes, I was very impressed.
Nice.
So yeah,
that is The Roses.
The Roses was a good time. I definitely recommend it to a lot of people.
Yeah. This film that I watched on Netflix, actually with my wife, because we are big true crime fans, still have not seen the movie that Charlize Theron won the Oscar for, Monster. This is a movie called Aileen, Queen of Serial Killers.
Never really been interested in her particular crime story, which is why it's a true crime documentary that I wasn't really interested in watching.
I thought you did watch it.
No, I watched another true crime documentary on Netflix that I recommended to you that we'll talk about in a little bit.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, yeah, Aileen's Queen of the Serial Killers. It was interesting, but it wasn't one of those true crime documentaries that I'm going to text my friends that are also true crime documentary fans to check out.
Yeah, there are other true crime documentaries on Netflix that we watched last year, very specific niche, that we would recommend much more than that one, I think. Even though I didn't see it, because you and I agree that the other documentaries we're going to talk about were much better.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've got a few of them coming up shortly.
Yes. Yes.
On my way home from Cancun, when I watched Bonjour Tristesse, that garbage movie, I watched a movie before that, which was far better, starring Eddie Marsan, Sam Claflin, Bern Gorman, who we've talked about when we did Pacific Rim, and Tien Simone. This movie is called All the Devils Are Here, a little movie from Ireland about 4 thieves that shack up in a house after a robbery gone wrong. And I got to tell you, I had a really good time with it. I thought the end came out of nowhere, and it was really, really cool. Not going to be something I recommend to everybody because a lot of people don't like dialogue movies where not much happens, but I certainly did. And if you are a fan of those types of movies, then check this one out. All the Devils Are Here.
It sounds a lot like The Hateful Eight.
It kind of is.
Okay.
Minus 4 other people, because this was 4 people and The Hateful Eight is 8.
So it's the Irish version.
So it's The Hateful 4. Yeah. Pretty similar to that. Yes.
Cool. Okay. Well, I enjoyed The Hateful Eight, so I'd definitely give it a try.
Hateful Eight is a great Western. Look at that. I like another Western.
Hey!
We all know this crazy SOB and what he did in the 60s to Sharon Tate and her unborn baby. This is a documentary on Netflix called Chaos: The Manson Murders.
I just feel like I've been inundated with that story so much over the last 30 years of my entire life that I don't have any interest in learning more about it, and I don't want to give that soulless dirtbag any more of my time.
I completely understand that. I knew a lot more than I guess I gave myself credit for when the movie was over. I was like, wow, I actually knew everything that they talked about. I read a book years ago called The Ultimate Evil, that one of the best true crime novels I've ever read in my life. My wife got it for me for Valentine's Day. And
That's awesome.
it's an amazing book. But this documentary was fascinating because the reporter that is interviewed does dive into a lot of the idea of the Manchurian Candidate and brainwashing and stuff like that, which I didn't really know a whole lot about, like with the whole Spawn Ranch and everything. Like you've seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. They touch on that quite a bit. We all know how Once Upon a Time in Hollywood ends, which is hysterical. But Chaos, the Manson Murders is worth a watch if you want to give more of your time to Charlie Manson and the crazy ladies that went on those killing sprees for him.
Have you ever read A Stranger Beside Me by Anne Rule?
No.
I'm lending you that book. It is the best true crime book I've ever read. And Anne
all
Rule
right.
is a crime reporter. Well, she was a crime reporter and then turned into a true crime author. She was friends with Ted Bundy.
Oh, whoa.
And worked for police departments and worked for crisis helplines and had no idea he was a serial killer. He was that good at hiding it.
That is crazy.
And so she wrote a book about him and all of his crimes. It is the best true crime book I've ever read.
Sweet. Yeah,
So-
I will definitely read that.
Awesome.
Amy and
I'm
I
gonna lend it
watched
to
a
you.
lot of the Bundy stuff when that came out, including the Zac Efron Bundy movie, which we remember really liking.
Yeah.
Disney Pixar dropped this movie last year. V, you and I love it. Elemental. No, I'm kidding. This is a new movie from Disney and Pixar. It's called Elio, which I went and saw in theaters. And I almost watched it again when we were on our last Disney cruise in September because they were playing it in the movie theaters. I just didn't get around to it. I was too busy soaking up the sun and drinking cocktails. But Elio was very sweet. The animation was very cool. It grabbed me emotionally a couple of times, but not enough for me to be like, I'm going to tell all my friends with kids to watch Elio.
Remember when Pixar movies used to be a pop culture event?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like they now fly under everybody's radar.
Yeah, because a lot of times the marketing just is not there. And I
Yeah.
think also the marketing, they rely on Disney Plus and the people that have subscriptions there, because they do advertise on Disney Plus a lot. But if you don't watch the ads, then you're not going to know what's coming out.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's just my take on it. But Elio was very sweet. And if you have kids and you like alien movies, it's certainly worth a watch.
Oh, I was thinking of Luca.
Oh, Luca's a few years ago.
That's a few years ago. Okay. And
Yeah.
so when you
Yeah,
said
that's one of my
alien, I'm
wife's
like, what the
favorite
hell? Okay.
Well, yeah, they're kind of sea aliens in Luca. if you-
Yeah. Well, no, when you said
actually
alien, I
watched
was
that
like,
one
wait, I
again.
thought it was about the underwater. Okay, so that
No, yeah,
Elio,
that's
okay,
Luca.
that makes more sense.
Yeah, Elio's about a kid that wants to be abducted by aliens and ends up successfully being abducted by aliens. And Luca is
I need
about
to
a
take
kid in
notes
Italy
then.
that wants to be a fish or something. I can't really
Mermaid?
remember the whole premise.
Mermaid,
or something like that. Or the kid underwater wants to be a human. Whatever. We're not here to talk about Luca, but Luca is actually a much better movie than I gave it credit for in the past. We watched it on our last Disney cruise, and I thought it was pretty good.
Okay, well, now we've talked about a
But
couple of Pixar
Now
movies,
we
which
have.
is good.
Yeah, Apple TV produced this movie. V, you saw it in theaters, as did I, and I'm going to be honest, I kind of nodded off a good portion of it, and I do plan to watch it again because it's a Best Picture nominee. This is F1 the movie.
What? You fell
Yeah.
asleep?
I didn't say I fell asleep. I started to nod off, but I did not fall asleep. I remember Javier Bardem
even
being really
think-
damn good.
I want to talk to you anymore after saying that.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to rewatch it again because, it's a Best Picture nominee, and Carrie Condon / Rebecca Ferguson is in that movie too.
Yes, you have a theory that they're one person.
They are the same person.
They're
I don't care what
not at
anybody
all.
else says. Yes, they absolutely are.
They are not at all, and that movie deserves to be on a different list.
Well, we'll see after I watch it again.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yorgos Lanthimos dropped a new movie this year with Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons. This is Begonia.
Well, I like that he's just getting more and more out there because a lot of directors usually get a little more mainstream, right? And their original movies are the ones that are really daring. And
Yeah.
like, The Favorite seems so tame now compared to what he's
Oh,
making.
absolutely. Yeah, it really does compared to Killing of a Sacred Deer and Poor Things especially.
I thought you said Kinds of Kindness was crazier than Poor Things.
No. There are moments in Kinds of Kindness in a different storyline that were really like, what the fuck? But Poor Things, like, just everything that goes down in Poor Things is just so outrageous
Yeah,
that
it
it was.
It's such a
I love
gorgeous
Poor
movie,
Things,
though.
It is. It's so stunning. The costumes are incredible. The cinematography is amazing. Actually, Amy and I were talking about it like a week or two ago that she wanted to watch it again because of how gorgeous the movie was. I'm just afraid that halfway through she's going to walk out of the room
Totally.
because of all the sex and all the crazy madness that goes down in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're coming up on my final 4 of the could miss list. This movie really was not good. It's not on my should miss list because I like Leonardo DiCaprio a lot. However, I do not like this movie almost at all. There's a lot of decent aspects to the movie, but I'm going to tell you right now, I remember maybe 8 minutes of that 2.5 hours of Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another. It was not that great a movie.
I hate that movie.
I don't think half of the nominations for the Oscars this year should have gone to this movie. PTA did not need to get a writing nomination nor a directing nomination.
Mm-hmm.
Editing, absolutely. Cinematography, for sure. The trailer was so much better than the movie, and I just... it just was not a memorable movie for me.
I just got Don't Look Up vibes from this movie. It's a film that just insists upon itself. I'm so clever. I'm so satirical. Look at how I'm making all this commentary on current events. And it just felt so forced to me. And
No, I agree with you.
And the people in it were such caricatures, it went beyond satire for me. And so I really didn't enjoy my time, and the commentary it was trying to make, it didn't land for me because I wasn't enjoying it at all.
I gotcha.
And there were so many times in this movie that there was supposed to be all this tension and suspense, and I just could not care.
Yep. No, I really didn't care at all.
And I know so many people are going to be really upset with both of us that we didn't like this movie because everybody's fallen over themselves about that film this year. And yeah, it was like Don't Look Up for me in terms of the experience.
I gotcha. Totally agree. And I couldn't care less what anybody else thinks about our opinion. So, hey, it is what it is.
Every opinion is valid.
That's what we're here for.
Even ours.
Every opinion is valid. This movie was a sequel that I was looking so very forward to. I love the first one to death. It makes me laugh so much. And I remember seeing it twice in theaters, and I talked to so many people about it, like, is it scary? I'm like, no, this is not a horror movie. This is a comedy in every aspect of the word. This is the sequel to that movie. This is Megan 2.0, starring Allison Williams and Violet McGraw, and Jenna Davis as the voice of Megan.
I loved Megan.
Megan is magnificent. I love it. I will never stop loving Megan. Megan 2.0 was not what I was hoping for. The trailer was great. The movie was very C+, and it was a bit unfortunate because the build-up for Megan 2.0 was so strong, not just in my head, but in the marketing. And I follow Jenna Davis on social media, and she's hilarious, and she's always posting Megan stuff on her Instagram and whatnot. And it just kind of fell a bit flat for me. And if you're a big fan of the first one, certainly check out Megan 2.0, but it's not an absolute must-watch.
Bummer.
Yeah, a little bit. Final 2 movies of my could miss list. V, you and I both watched this movie within the same week, I believe, because we talked about it about a week or two ago. This is a Best Picture nominee starring Joel Edgerton and Felicity Jones. This is Train Dreams.
Yes, I watched it the same week as I watched another reflecting on an ordinary man's life called The Life of Chuck. So I really like watching those two, almost like a double feature. But yes, Train Dreams. And when we talked about it, we both felt about the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Beautifully shot. Music's great. I liked Will Patton's narration. William H. Macy was great. I just didn't care about the guy. I didn't care what was happening to him. There were moments in the movie that I was like, hell yeah, that was badass. But overall, in the hour and 40, I was just like, when it ended, just kind of like, okay, cool. I guess that's a Best Picture nominee.
Yeah, I felt the same, and I understood. I totally understand why it's a Best Picture nominee, because it's the type of movie that Oscar does like, the Academy. But it's so funny because I was so out of the movie that I kept thinking about my first documentary that I ever made about logging in the 1930s in Northern California.
Ah, okay.
And so a lot of it reminded me of the old footage that I curated and saw, and I liked that aspect of it, and remembering a lot of the ins and outs of the logging industry and how dangerous it was at the turn of the century. It's a lovely movie. I like that it's quiet. So many movies that we watch aren't like this, so it was almost a meditative experience for me. And I understand why it can affect as many people as it did. I just couldn't get into the character enough to have it impact me the way I wanted it to. And that's okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally okay.
It actually says more about you and me than the movie. It doesn't diminish the movie. It's more that we're dead inside, I'm sure.
I guess we are just assholes or something. I don't know.
Yeah. But I think we both certainly would recommend it to anybody who's interested. It is a lovely film.
For sure. Yeah, it is very, very lovely. Cinematography's great. I can tell you right now, I will never watch it again.
Same.
All right, my final movie on the could miss list. No good deed goes unpunished. A year ago, defied gravity. This is Wicked for Good with Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande.
A movie I haven't watched yet because it took a lot of convincing to get me to watch the first one for various reasons.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And you were so disappointed by the sequel. I was like, well, if it's not nominated for Oscars, I don't have to get around to it anytime soon.
No, you don't. Even my wife was like, it was decent enough. And there's one song in the movie that I believe is also from the play that hit super hard. And I have never actually seen Amy cry the way she did during a movie in my life. And it was really a moving moment in not just the movie, but getting to sit there and watch Amy react. But the movie as a whole took too long to get to us.
Mm-hmm.
Like they should have done, like after Wicked, drop it like 3 months later instead.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I understand why they waited, because they wanted more award season consideration. But nothing happened, and that's fine because it's really not as good as the first one.
I wonder if they had made both movies around 2 hours instead of 2.5. If they had shuffled the storyline a little bit, where a little bit more happened in the second movie or what have you. I'm wondering if there's an editing solution to this two-parter.
You know, I would actually be totally fine with them doing a combo of both of them in like a 3.5 hour cut. I would watch that for sure. But having them broken up into two different 2 hour and 40-minute movies.
Cut? Yeah.
It's a lot, and there are moments in it that I was actually very surprised by, because I've never seen the stage play. But Amy, when we watched Wicked the same day before we went and saw Wicked for Good, she goes, "You got to pay attention to some of the dialogue this time around." And I always pay attention, but I was paying more attention.
Except
and then
when you're nodding off. God,
except when I'm nodding off during
not
F1.
over that.
But either way, yeah, Wicked for Good is it's a could miss. It's not like. It did not blow me away like the first one.
Well, apparently that's the consensus with just about everybody I've talked to who's seen that film.
Yep, that's exactly right. All right, well, that is my could miss list, and we are going to cut it there for this first half of the 2025 recap. We will be back next week with our finale of our 2025 recap, which we will do V's could miss list and both of our absolutely should not miss lists.
That's
which
right.
I'm very excited about.
Yeah, me too. There are going to be more fun discussions and disagreements about the movies that we're going to talk about next week. Please stay tuned for that. And thank you all so much for joining us for the first part of this recap, but also for joining us for our 200th episode.
200. And do keep a lookout over this next week, because on social media, we will be dropping our lists from Letterboxd of our absolutely could miss list and our should miss lists.
Yes, all the movies that we talked about during this episode, we will be releasing those lists as we always do every year for our recap, so you don't have to wait until next week for all of them.
Yeah. And as always here at Movies You Miss Podcast, we like to close out with film is a form of art, and in art all opinions are valid, except if you think...
We could have talked about 200 movies in one single episode.
It already feels like 200 movies.
It really does. Hope our audience doesn't feel that way.
I hope not. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Cheers, everybody.
Bye-bye.